Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining in for this month's Tuesdays at 10. My name is Kim. I will be hosting today's session. I also have our lovely Rachel Brew, who's also part of our education team, just on, and she will be monitoring the chat box. So if you had any questions at all, please don't hesitate to pop it in the chat box. We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. And if we or don't get to them, we will definitely be sure to write back. Before we get started, and as we wait for some numbers to also increase, whoever's on, please feel free to pop in the chat where you're from. We'd love to know. And I'm excited for today's session. So I'll just get started on our topic for today. On today's agenda, we're going to be talking all about advanced exfoliation techniques. So we're going to talk about the importance of exfoliation in skincare and why it's so important as well. There's lots of ways that we can exfoliate the skin. So I'm going to go over some methods of exfoliation along with the biotherapeutics devices that offer these different levels of exfoliation. We will also be talking about which exfoliation method will be best based on different skin concerns and also going over a very advanced exfoliation protocol. So stick along and learn all about exfoliation with me for today's session. Why it's so important to exfoliate in skincare. And it's because when we exfoliate, we're cleansing and removing the oldest dead skin cells on the outermost layer of the skin. As we age, the speed of our cell turnover and shedding actually slows down. And when there's that delay in shedding, it can trap in things like oil and debris, which can clog the pores and increase for visibility. It can also promote blemishes such as blackheads, whiteheads, just overall congestion and dull skin. When we're at the early 20s in age, our turnover cycle is between that 14 to 21 days. However, as we get older in our 20s to 30s, it increases. So we've got 28 days of cell turnover. And then it also slows down as we get into our 40s and 50s. So it's really important that we are continuously incorporating exfoliation methods into our home care regime so that we are shedding away and sloughing off that dead layer of skin cells to ensure that the products that we're infusing into our skin afterwards, like our serums and moisturizers, are actually penetrating into the skin and benefiting our skin deeper down into the different layers. Benefits of exfoliation include our increased cell renewal. As we are exfoliating, we're promoting those healthier cell turnover and sloughing off those top layer of dead skin so that we get a more glowy and brighter appearance as our healthier cells turn over to the surface. We also will get lesser breakouts and clogged pores because we're removing that oil and debris. When we're exfoliating that skin, we're promoting a better product absorptions so that our serums and moisturizers, again, can also penetrate better. We're promoting a more even skin tone. As we age and as our skin cells turn over, those pigmented cells actually come up to the surface. So we're able to remove and exfoliate from that surface to even the skin tone. And finally, our texture and youthful complexion. So generally with us, with a buildup of dead skin cells, the texture will be really rough and dry. And so when we exfoliate, we're taking off that layer for that healthier complexion. Who our exfoliation is for is basically for any clients who may have fine lines, wrinkles, any scarring of various kinds to help with that textural irregularities. If they've got any stretch marks, along with skin discoloration, we're also improving microcirculation, promoting the elasticity and skin tone to even it out. We're also improving transepidermal absorption of your cosmeceuticals. And when used in conjunction with your peeling, it also enhances those results. What we do want to avoid is clients who may have sensitive or sensitized skins because we want to rebuild that barrier before we exfoliate and remove the top skins. So it's all about promoting that healthy skin. Now, what we're going to look at is our skin anatomy and physiology, which layer it actually affects, and also how it benefits your different layers of skin. So the functions of our skin epidermis, specifically we'll break down each of the layers. So we've got our stratum corneum, which is the top layer, and they are made up of your dead keratinocytes. So this top layer is made up of your protective layer, and they are 20 to 30 layers of cells. This layer is also known as your waterproof layer because it prevents your protects your skin against biological, chemical, and physical aggressions. So this layer is going to block away any external aggressors from actually penetrating in and causing damage to the bottom layers of the skin. We also have our stratum granulosum. This is made up of keratinocytes that have been flattened, and they are 3 to 5 layers thick. You also have your lipid membrane in this layer, and this is also going to help reduce your transepidermal water loss. The next layer we've got is your stratum spinosum. These are cells that migrate from the basal layer of the skin and turn over to make up this thick stratum spinosum layer. The filaments in cells resist the tensions, and our keratinocytes in here have a spiny appearance. You also have your Langerhans cells that reside in your stratum spinosum, and your Langerhans cell is a type of cell that's it's known as your immune cell to protect the skin from, again, external aggressors. Our final layer of our epidermis is our basal layer. So the basal layer is the deepest layer, and it's made up of a row of keratinocytes. This is where migration begins, and it's also where our melanocyte resides. So our melanocyte is a type of cell that produces pigment, and for the each melanocyte actually deposits pigment from its dendrite into 36 of the surrounding keratinocytes. So think of exfoliation, why it's important to exfoliate. It's because when we're exfoliating, especially for pigmented skins, we're increasing that cell turnover. So as we exfoliate, these pigmented cells are going to rise to the top layers of the skin, where we can exfoliate and effectively remove it away to help even out that skin tone. So the layer that we're really targeting with our exfoliation is our stratum corneum. That, as a recap, is that outermost layer. And this is a nice video to actually represent and show you how our skin cells overturn and work. So these are your keratinocytes. They flatten as they reach the surface, and as they flatten, they become no longer living cells. So they actually are known as your corneocytes. And when we exfoliate, we're lifting up these dead skin cells from the top, and they can be assisted by your chemical and physical exfoliants. Now we're going to go over an overview of our different types of exfoliation methods. We've got our physical, our chemical, and our enzymes that we will be exploring. A little bit more about our physical exfoliation. So, our physical exfoliation is also known as our mechanical. It utilizes your gritty materials to buff away that dead skin, and it is very superficial. It only works on the very top layers of the skin. It can be combined with additional exfoliation agents. If you did have that client who has a lot more buildup of dead skin and can tolerate it, then you may incorporate additional exfoliating agents just to help enhance that exfoliation. Generally, with physical exfoliants, the material shouldn't be overly abrasive because it can be too harsh, and less pressure is generally more. We do want to use caution when we are treating our clients with more sensitive, sensitized, or acne-prone skins. The types of different physical exfoliants can include your manual scrubs, your microdermabrasions, as well as your loofahs. With manual scrubs and what they're made of are essentially gritty, abrasive ingredients. And these work to buff away that dead skin cells from the surface. And these exfoliating ingredients can be made up of your natural ingredients, such as your crushed nuts, seeds, sugars, or even from your synthetic materials. Another important note is that with manual scrubs, you can easily risk over exfoliating the skin. So we do want to make sure we are quite gentle with it, and also not rubbing too hard and not incorporating it too frequently to avoid reducing the risk, to avoid minimizing the risk of irritation as well as damage to the skin. These are some other types of exfoliation ingredients that you've got your jojoba beads, and they are natural exfoliating microbeads that provide a very gentle exfoliation for dull skins. You've got your bamboo powder, and these are derived from bamboo to help refine the appearance of dull skin. And you also have your rose quartz microcrystals. This is a gemstone derived exfoliating powder that helps to buff away impurities and improve dull skin. Our next form of physical exfoliation is our microdermabrasions. And our microdermabrasion is essentially removing that dead skin with the products such as your crystals, your diamond tips, as well as your brushes. With your microdermabrasions and your different methods of removal, with your crystals, the crystal size and ingredient can also impact how much you are exfoliating. So same as your diamond tips as well. They come in multiple different grit sizes, and that will determine how exfoliating it can be for the skin. We have our hydrodermabrasion, which is a more gentler version of your microdermabrasion, and it uses either water or an active exfoliating serum to flush away that dead skin cells and debris from the surface of your skin. These active ingredients are going to flood the skin and not only exfoliate, but also infuse your skin with all those active ingredients to help with hydration, plumping, and brightening the skin. This is a really great method for clients who may be a bit more sensitized or can easily be irritated, because not only are you exfoliating, but we're infusing active ingredients at the same time. So we are exfoliating, but we're also nourishing the skin and drip feeding it with essential ingredients that's going to rebuild that barrier. Another technology is our ultrasonic exfoliation. This uses high-speed oscillations to help with smoothing the skin and refining the texture. It's also amazing at preparing the skin for product application and penetration as well. So this is it can be a more gentler form of removal of dead skin, and also be used as to extract and exfoliate dead skin from pores. It can also infuse serums and creams as well. So it is a very versatile technology. Our final form of exfoliation physically is your microexfoliation. Our microexfoliation is a little bit more gentler. It uses small medical grade silicone pyramids that exfoliate the dead skin. And microexfoliation is very, it doesn't penetrate beyond that stratum corneum, which makes it that a bit more of that gentler version. So now we're going to cover our chemical exfoliation techniques. With our chemical exfoliation techniques, we have a variety of ways to exfoliate. The first one is your alpha hydroxy acids. So this type of this alpha hydroxy acid can be derived from your natural substances, which such as your sugarcane, milk, and grapes. We'll go into a little bit more detail in a sec. But these work by essentially melting the intercellular glue that helps to stick and hold the skin cells together. So this is going to encourage the skin's natural shedding process. The benefits of your alpha hydroxy acids in skincare is that it's going to help with reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It's also promoting hydration and help with mild skin discoloration, as well as supporting collagen and elastin. You have your beta hydroxy acids, which is your oil soluble acid that penetrates into the pores and helps to reduce your sebaceous gland or your oil producing gland to lift up that dead skin and also clear that congestion, dead skin cells, and debris from within the pores. The benefits of this in skincare is that it's going to help balance out that oil on the skin and help remove blemishes. Your one of the most popular beta hydroxy acid that you've probably come across a lot of is your salicylic acid. So salicylic acid is incredible. It's anti-inflammatory, it's antibacterial, which is so amazing at helping to target all your different grades of acne. So these are some of the types of acids that fall into the category of your alpha hydroxy acids. They range from your glycolic acid, which is derived from that sugar cane. And our glycolic acid is that smaller molecular weight hyaluronic acid. Because it's small in molecular size and weight, it can easily penetrate within our skin cells, and so it can be a little bit more irritating to some clients. You also have your lactic acid, which is a larger molecular weight acid. It is more of your hydrating acids and your brightening one. So this is amazing at targeting pigmentation as well as hydration. You've got your malic acid derived from apples and other fruits. And your malic acid is quite gentle. It's going to help with evening out skin tone and balancing that skin to help with sensitivity and hydration. It's suitable for all skin types, even the most sensitive skins. There's your mandelic acid, which is derived from bitter almonds, and your mandelic acid is also a larger molecular size compared to your other acids, which means that it leads to a slower penetration within the skin, and again makes it a bit more gentler even for the most sensitive skins. So your mandelic acid is also really great for clients who have acne and congestion, but they may be a little bit irritated as well. So mandelic acid is a great acid to get the client started off with. You've got your citric acid, which is a group of acid derived from lemons, limes, and oranges, great at brightening the skin to help even out skin tone. So those are your alpha hydroxy acids. And then we've got your salicylic acid, which is that derived from that willow bark or wintergreen. And that's your beta hydroxy acid, as I mentioned. Amazing. It's oil loving. It's anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. So it's great at retargeting acne and congestion. At low percentage, it can also be really good to target clients with papulopustular rosacea to help with reducing that inflammation and targeting that bacteria in those pustules. An honorable mention to an acid that is not on here, which is our polyhydroxy acid. And these include your gluconolactone, sorry, it's a bit of a tongue twister, and your lactobionic acid. So your PHA acid is a group of acid that is even more gentler than your alpha hydroxy acids. They sit similarly to your enzymes, and they work by gently exfoliating the skin. Because of its larger molecular size, it doesn't actually penetrate too deep within the skin, which is what makes it so suitable for your clients who are more sensitized or sensitive. It's also another great ingredient to prep those clients' skins for your advanced treatments, such as your microneedling. And it's because it's non-irritating. So it's just helping to exfoliate and even out that dead skin's, the surface of the skin to exfoliate that dead skin cells for an even greater result for advanced treatments. Now, in your biotherapeutics, the products that contain some of these acids include your Aquafuse Tech Peel. This is an amazing foaming peel that helps to refine skin texture, to brighten the skin, and even that complexion without overstripping the skin. The key ingredients in here include your glycolic acid, your lactic acid, and your salicylic acid. It's going to help with smoothing that skin to boost its luminosity. Other ingredients include your lycopene, your turmeric, and your lavender to help soothe the skin. So it has those anti-inflammatory properties to calm that skin down. And your gardenia extract is going to help scavenge free radicals. So it's high potent antioxidant to further protect the skin from UV and pollutants. So this is suitable for all skin types, even the most sensitive skins, because of its added ingredients to help with those calming, soothing, and protecting capabilities. Your Aquafuse foam peel is another peel in your biotherapeutics, and it combines your alpha and beta hydroxy acids such as your glycolic acid and your betaine salicylate, and it is at optimal pH for even sensitive skins. This is great for all skin types, and it's going to help remove dead skin cells, while that humectant complex is going to prevent from over drying. Those are all your acids in the range. Please pop in the chat below what is your favorite acid and why. I would love to hear from you. My personal favorite is probably the lactic acid, because it's so versatile, it's brightening, and it doesn't feel irritating on the skin either. And it's also super hydrating. But I would love to know yours. So we're going to go in and talk about our enzymatic exfoliation techniques now. What enzymes are? They are fruit enzymes derived from, again, your different fruits, such as your pineapple and papaya. And they are very mildly exfoliating. They are usually more gentler than your acid peels and your physical exfoliants. And by nature, enzymes don't actually penetrate deep within the skin. And that's another great quality of what makes it so suitable, even for your most sensitive skins. The benefits of your enzymes in skincare is that it acts to digest and remove the dead skin to leave a more smooth and brighter appearance. It's also amazing at protecting the environment, the skin from environmental pollutants and damage. So enzymes essentially are little Pac-Mans. They work at digesting and munching up that superficial dead skin cells, and they actually don't penetrate into our living skin cells at all. So across the board, all skins would be suitable for enzymes. Amazing at prepping that client's skin, again, for your more advanced treatments. These are some different types of enzymes that we will see a lot of in our cosmeceutical products. So you've got your papaya, your pineapple, pumpkin, pomegranate, and kiwi. All these are phenomenal at exfoliating and the skin, but it also has different properties to help with improving skin tone as well as smoothness. In our biotherapeutics, the product that contains your enzymes is your exfoliate. This is a very gentle exfoliating gel with enzymes and jojoba seeds to refine that skin texture. This one is the enzymes in here is derived from your papaya, and it is fantastic for all skin types, and it pairs really well with your different biotherapeutics modalities as well. And I will touch base in that in a sec. So the biotherapeutics exfoliation devices that do offer your exfoliation include your Hydroderm Trinity. So this is your hydrodermabrasion device that not only exfoliates the dead skin from the surface using your diamond tip, but it also infuses active ingredients at the same time. So you're removing, but you're also nourishing. There's lots of ways for you to increase that level of exfoliation. The Hydroderm Trinity has multiple tips and they vary depending on the grit size to make it more abrasive or less abrasive. So our 40 is the most abrasive tip in the range, whereas our 400 is very, very gentle. Apart from our tips, the speed of our movement and the movement of our hand will actually determine the abrasiveness as well. So generally, the faster you move, the less abrasive it is because you're not getting as much of that contact time. Versus if you're moving your tips slowly, then you're giving the skin more contact to the surface, and that vacuum suction will also bring that skin closer to the handpiece to help to actually exfoliate more of the skin. When paired with our Aquafuse products, it's going to help soothe and hydrate, but it's also very customizable with our biotherapeutics. With the range, our Aquafuse products include the Hydrate to help with hydration, but it also has your clearing to help with congestion and your brightening to help even out skin tone. So these three products can be incorporated into that one session where you can actually zone out your treatment. So for example, if the client is concerned about congestion in their T-zone and then pigmentation on the rest of their cheeks, then you can actually zone out and do clearing Aquafuse in combination with your Hydroderm Trinity exfoliation on that T-zone versus your brightening on the cheeks. This is how it works. Essentially, with the skin, you've got the abrasiveness that comes from our diamond tip, but you also have that vacuum suction. So that vacuum suction brings that skin closer to the tip, and then you also have your infusion of your actives coming through as well. So we're exfoliating and we're nourishing, as you can see in this video here. Has anyone had a Hydroderm Trinity treatment or a hydrodermabrasion? Please pop in the chat your experience as well. I'd love to read about it afterwards too. Sorry, I skipped ahead. Our next technology in our biotherapeutics is our BT Microfusion Pro. This is specifically designed for your microdermabrasion, so your exfoliation, but infusion as well. And it delivers next level ultrasonic performance with our patented microcurrent technology known as our Suzuki sequencing. So it's amazing at infusing those active ingredients further into the skin. Our BT Microfusion Pro is so great because it has your 3 modes of treatment. You've got your exfol mode to help with exfoliation and extraction. Your clear mode is true desincrustation. And you have your apply mode, which is your microcurrent and your ultrasonic combined technology to help with infusing those penetration of your products. There are also 2 levels, your high and your low, to really customize it for each of your client. A pro tip for this is to use it over an enzyme or a physical exfoliant to aid in its removal. A way to elevate your treatment with your Microfusion Pro is that you can apply your Aquafuse foam peel on the skin first and gently massaging it into the skin and then removing it with damp sponges. After you've removed the Aquafuse foam peel, you can apply the Bio-Therapeutics Decongest, which is a product that helps to soften the pores to help ease extraction. So apply it on there, and using the Microfusion Pro, we're going to set the device to our clear mode and then go over for 1 to 2 minutes to help infuse that decongest deeper and soften that pore and clear those pores. Afterwards, we're going to change that setting and to our exfol mode for extractions. So this treatment will be really effective for clients who have a buildup of dead skin. So they've got lots of roughness and really lots of textural irregularities, but they may also have lots of congestion and blackheads and whiteheads around their nose or their T-zones that you want to target. Then not only are you exfoliating the skin, but you're clearing the pores and removing those blackheads and whiteheads as well in the same session. So it's a very versatile technology for clients who have dry or dehydrated skins. Then you can actually infuse it with your hydrating ingredients with apply mode. The final biotherapeutics technology is your BT Titan. Our BT Titan is a very easy device to use. It's our handheld, highly controlled and precise technology tailored to individual skins. So it's a very quick, you can use it for a very quick application and zone out different treatments that you want to target. And it's suitable for, again, all skin types and tones. Because it is a very minimally invasive treatment and it actually requires no downtime. Great to incorporate for busy lifestyles and schedules, especially if they're coming into your salon for like a quick lunchtime treatment. Then our BT Titan is one of the easiest tools to utilize. How our BT Titan works is that it uses your nanotip cartridges that oscillate. So it penetrates in and out, up and down to across the skin to remove that dead skin cells. It is made up of your microscopic silicon nanotips, and that's going to exfoliate the skin, and it only affects that stratum corneum. So again, really little downtime. There are 5-speed adjustments on here with the device so that you can really cater it towards the area of treatment that you are treating. And you can also adjust that length. So as we increase that length, then we're making it longer, which is more suitable for your thicker skins, whereas you can reduce that length for your more sensitive skin. So it's a very versatile treatment, and you can really cater it depending on your different skins. So which method is best for your skin concerns? We're going to combine and pair our different modalities along with our different products with our biotherapeutics, depending on each of our clients' concerns now. Our first concern is our sensitive skin. So for our client with sensitive skin, you've got a variety. You can use all three of your different biotherapeutics devices with these. But a really great pairing product is your Aquafuse foam peel. Remember, with our Aquafuse foam peel, it has a unique foaming application, and it's great in providing hydration, but it's also soothing the skin while giving that healthy glow without stripping. The key ingredients are that glycolic and your betaine salicylate. Hopefully I pronounced that one right just this time. It's also at that optimal pH for sensitive skins as well. So when you pair it for a sensitive client, it's not going to be too irritating. Other things that I would do with the device is just really adjust the parameters depending on the client's skin. It's always easier to go slow and work on a low level of treatment before increasing the settings slowly up, at least so that we can gauge clients' tolerance and how their skin responds as well. For our clients who are more mature and aging, then we have Aquafuse Tech Peel that pairs really well with these clienteles. And it's because it combines your AHAs and BHAs, but it also adds your calming ingredients such as your lycopene, your turmeric, and your lavender to soothe the skin. With our clients who are more mature and aging, they'll also benefit from more antioxidants. So that gardenia extract is going to help with giving that extra layer of protection and scavenge any free radicals. That unique foaming delivery system also makes it really precise to apply. With our mature skins, then we may also opt to use our devices that's more exfoliating, such as your BT Titan and your Hydroderm Trinity, especially because Hydroderm Trinity, you've got the ability to infuse more actives and also customize your treatment a little bit more advanced way. We have our pigmented and oily congested skins. So for these kinds of skins, it pairs really well with either your Aquafuse foam peel or your Tech Peel. Both are great and treatments and suitable for your to pair with your devices to help with exfoliating, smoothing down that skin and exfoliating that dead skin cells. Remember, with your clients who are more congested, then it's important to have them on your regular treatments to exfoliate, because that buildup of dead skin cells in the pores can cause that ductal plugging and clogging, leading to their congestion. Finally, we've got our dry, dehydrated skins. So for our dry and dehydrated skins, they pair really well with our exfoliate. And it's because our exfoliate is a more mild exfoliation using your papaya enzymes and your jojoba beads. So this is really good at restoring and moisture and just calming the skin at the same time. So your dry dehydrated skins, you can do all these devices In particular, I would opt for something a little bit more hydrating. So opting for the Bio-Therapeutics Hydroderm Trinity will allow you to infuse hydration back into the skin. Even with your Bio-Therapeutics Microfusion Pro, this is another really good one as it is a little bit more gentle on the skin as well. Not to say your Titan, if you were to use Titan, then using it at a more lower needle length depth will help with just mildly exfoliating the skin. We've covered all our different skin types and concerns now. So please note down in the chat box what sorts of skins do you see a lot more of in your salon. It would be interesting to see the salon, and depending on location, it can vary on the different skin concerns that you actually get and you treat as well. Let's talk about our advanced exfoliation protocol. So our advanced exfoliation protocol actually incorporates your different technologies and your advanced ingredients to help with further increasing that exfoliation abilities and refining skin tone texture. So this is our Blue Energy Facial. What you'll see in this video is our amazing head of education, Jessica. She's doing a treatment that utilizes all of these technologies and products. So our step one would be to give it a powerful cleanse with our BT Sonics. These are our silicone brushes to help with really giving that thorough cleansing ability. And because of those silicone brushes, it has a little of those silicone bristles. It actually goes and works well and thoroughly into the pores to give it a thorough cleanse. Our second step is that Hydroderm Trinity with your Aquafuse Tech Peel. So we would actually layer that Aquafuse Tech Peel on the skin. And then before we remove, we go over the top of that Tech Peel to give it that dual method of exfoliation, using that 40 size of grit size to give it even more of that more gritty exfoliation. After we've exfoliated, we're actually going to do our BT Sculpt with your Aquafuse Hydrate and your BT Ampule to deliver hydration and infuse that hydration back into the skin and nourish it again. We would finish off with our Flex LED and our HD mask. So we would actually apply that HD mask on top, and while the mask is on, we're putting that Flex LED on your red light to help with infusing that hydration and the ingredients in our HD mask deeper within the skin. It's also very soothing and calming. So after all that exfoliation, that client will feel like the skin is nice and soothed and refreshed. Our finishing touches would be with our Platinum Peptide Cream and Shade, which is our SPF for sun protection to help with delivering that skin, that protection. All right. And that concludes our today's webinar on our advanced exfoliation techniques. Please, if you have any questions, pop it in the chat box. I hope I've answered everything that you have, but I would love to hear if you did have any other questions as well. So I was just reading a question in our chat box. The question is, would microneedling be a mechanical form of exfoliation? Thank you so much for your question. With your microneedling, it's not a form of exfoliation because microneedling utilizes really fine needles to penetrate into the skin to stimulate a wound healing cascade. And our body goes through its own wound healing process to stimulate that collagen, elastin. So great for rejuvenation. And just overall treatment in terms of fine lines, wrinkles. So it's an amazing treatment on its own. It categorizes separately. What you can do is incorporate a exfoliation before your microneedling treatment to target your dead skin cells. So microneedling doesn't target the dead skin cells. An exfoliation would. And a form of exfoliation that you can utilize before microneedling that we would suggest is your enzymes or a PHA, your polyhydroxy acid exfoliating ingredient. And that is because it's really gentle and it's non-irritating. Another reason why we would use that is because it doesn't penetrate within the skin. So it reduces the risk of you doing the microneedling afterwards and penetrating those acids within the skin, causing irritations and reactions such as your granulomas. A form of PHA that you can use, which was covered earlier, is your lactobionic pill or your the other one. I will write back to you on the names because I get tongue twisted when I say it. But those your polyhydroxy acids are more suitable, and that would just make your microneedling treatment a little bit more effective because your microneedling targets that dermis and your exfoliation will just really target your dead skin cells on the epidermis. I hope I've answered that question. If you did have any additional questions or you wanted to know more in detail, then please don't hesitate to reach out and email education@probeautysolutions.com.au. We'll be more than happy to write back to you with a little bit more detail, and I will get back to you on that specific ingredients as well so that you can have a look and suss out whether the skincare range that you have could also contain it. So we've got our upcoming webinars, which include your missing link to consultations, how to treat scars, how to maximize sales in Christmas, as well as treating vascular and inflammatory conditions. Please tune in for those webinars. We'd love to have you back. And thank you again for joining me today on our advanced exfoliation techniques. Have a lovely rest of your day, everyone. Bye.